You're in a meeting, you've taken a breath, finally spoken up. Your voice is steady, your thoughts clear. And just as you begin to speak your truth, someone talks over you. They interrupt. The focus shifts, you pause, but your confidence starts to slip. Or maybe you're alone, prepping for a conversation, presentation, or a moment that matters. And before you even say a word out aloud, your inner voice interrupts. Who do you think you are? Don't mess this up. You're probably not making sense anyway. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, or your own mind, interruption can feel like an eraser. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk into a topic that sits at the very center of how we relate, communication, and lead. How to handle interruptions on the outside and the inside and still let your voice be heard. Because your voice is not a disruption, it is a contribution. And you deserve to share it fully and clearly. Let's begin by understanding why interruptions sting so much. It's not just the cut off sentence, it's what the interruption signals. It signals you're not important. It signals what I have to say matters more. And it signals you are not invited to finish. Even when it's subtle or unintentional, the deeper message can land very hard. And if you have experienced this repeatedly, it builds a pattern of self doubt, a soft silence. And over time, that silence becomes part of your identity. But that stops here because we are going to handle both the external and internal interruptions with calm, confidence, and clarity. Let's start with the outside world. Those moments when someone else speaks over you, cuts you off, or simply doesn't make space for your voice. Let me start with a story. I remember being in a team meeting once, early in my career. I had an idea, nothing grand, just something I really wanted to contribute. I started to share it, and not even 10 seconds in, someone cut in and completely redirected the conversation. The room did not even notice. And I wish I could say that was the only time. But week after week, I would try again and be cut off. Over time, I started to cut myself off. I'd write down my ideas and never say them out aloud. Not because they weren't good, but because I started to believe that they did not matter. It took me time, practice, and real mindset shifts to realize this. That being interrupted doesn't mean your voice is less important. It just means you have learned to anchor yourself deeper. And let's talk about how. First, stay calm and grounded. When someone interrupts you, don't match their energy. Pause. Very important. Breathe. Look up, hold your gaze, and calmly say, I'd like to finish what I was saying. No fire, no fuss, just firm, calm clarity. And it takes courage to hold your space without shrinking or sparking. Second, set your boundaries gracefully. Sometimes people don't realize they're interrupting, but just because it's unintentional doesn't mean it's okay. Try saying, I love to hear your thoughts just after I finish mine. And this isn't about control, it's about connection with dignity. Third, let your body speak first. Your voice might tremble, but your posture can carry conviction. Straighten your spine, keep your shoulders open, maintain eye contact, and let your energy hold the space. When someone interrupts, pause. Don't panic. Let the silence speak, and then continue like you never left. 4. Name patterns, not people. If someone frequently interrupts you, especially in group settings, talk to them privately. Say, I've noticed that I often get cut off in our conversations. I'd really appreciate having the space to finish my thoughts. It's not an accusation, it's an invitation to shift the pattern. 5. Choose presence over performance. Sometimes we try so hard to be impressive that any interruption feels like failure. But what if you weren't trying to perform? What if you were just trying to be present? Show up, say what you mean, and let go of being perfect. That alone reclaims your voice in a powerful way. Now, let's move inward because sometimes the loudest interrupter isn't out there, it's you. That voice inside that whispers, "You're talking too much. No one's listening. Don't speak. You're going to embarrass yourself." I had a client, let's call her Aisha, who came to me after years of playing small in meetings. And she told me, "Komal, I rehearse what I want to say. I build it up. But the moment I open my mouth, this voice tells me that I will sound stupid. And guess what? I just freeze." And we work through it. We untangle those inner interruptions and we practice grounding techniques, rewrote her internal scripts, and most importantly, we shifted her focus from proving herself to expressing herself. 3 weeks later, she led a team presentation with zero pauses, no apologies, no interruptions. And that's what's possible when you learn how to stay steady with yourself. Let's go into the internal tools. 1. Notice the pattern without judgment. You don't need to silence the inner critic. You just need to separate from it. When that voice rises, say, "That's an interruption, not a fact." Put that voice aside. This distance helps you choose presence again. 2. Redirect that intention. When your focus scatters, gently return to your anchor. Ask, "What am I really here to say? What is the one truth I want to leave behind in this space?" This intention is more powerful than memorized lines. 3. Overrule thought spirals with simplicity. When doubt creeps in, don't fight it with force. Use gentle direction. Instead of what happens if I mess up? Say, "What if this helps someone?" Choose meaning over fear. 4. Prepare to feel free. When you prepare, you don't script yourself out of your own voice. Bullet point your key ideas. Practice breathing into your tone. Visualize staying present even if you are interrupted. Confidence isn't about never stumbling, it's about always returning. And 5, celebrate every micro shift. Did you speak your full thought without apologizing? That counts. Did you pause when interrupted and pick up where you left off? That matters. Did you interrupt your own critic and choose to continue anyway? That, my friend, is growth. Honor these moments. Every small reclaiming becomes part of your identity. And now let me leave you with something to reflect on. Interruptions, external or internal, don't mean your voice doesn't matter. They're simply moments that ask, how rooted are you in your right to speak? And the next time someone cuts you off or that old fear tries to silence you, don't run, don't rage, just return. Return to your thought, return to your truth, return to your breath. Because your voice is not a problem to manage, it's a power to embody. This is Komal Sunkara, and I am over here to remind you that you don't need to dominate the room to be respected. You just need to stop disappearing from it. Let them hear you, not by how loud you speak, but by how deeply you believe what you say deserves to be finished. See you next time.